Have you ever stopped to wonder how much of what you see in others is real and how much is just a carefully constructed illusion? Every day, we pass by people who radiate charm, warmth, and effortless perfection. Their smiles seem natural, their words polished, their presence inviting. But beneath that polished surface, what truly lies there? Is it authenticity or just another layer of well-rehearsed performance? In a world obsessed with appearances, we've all become actors in our own carefully curated plays. Some wear their masks so seamlessly that even they might forget where the performance ends and the truth begins. But here's the thing. You don't need a psychology degree to tell who's genuine and who's just playing a part. The secret isn't hidden in complex theories or abstract ideas. It's in the smallest, most overlooked details, the subtle, everyday behaviors that reveal far more than words ever could. Imagine having the ability to read between the lines, to see beyond the forced smiles and the rehearsed pleasantries. Imagine recognizing sincerity not in grand gestures, but in the tiny, unguarded moments that people don't even realize they're revealing. Developing this awareness won't just help you understand others. It'll help you make wiser choices about who deserves a place in your life. And here's where it gets interesting. 2 unmistakable signs can expose a person's true character. 2 behaviors are so simple yet so powerful that once you recognize them, you'll never see people the same way again. You may even begin to see yourself differently. So buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you connect with the world. This seemingly small behavior holds more weight than most people realize. It's a quiet but telling signal, a red flag that can foreshadow deeper issues in both personal and professional relationships. The key to spotting it? Conscious observation. It's easy to get caught up in surface-level interactions, the pleasant small talk, the effortless charm. But real character isn't revealed in grand moments. It's exposed in the way someone reacts to life's minor inconveniences. Picture this. A restaurant is busy. The waiter makes a simple mistake, and suddenly, a person transforms. Their voice sharpens, their patience evaporates, and irritation floods their expression. Over what? A mix-up on an order? A delay of a few extra minutes? What does that tell you about how they handle real adversity? Contrast that with someone who remains composed, who laughs it off, who extends understanding instead of frustration. One reaction reveals insecurity and entitlement, the other, emotional balance and self-awareness. The easiest way to sharpen your judgment is to ask the right questions. How does this person treat those in service roles? Do they say thank you without thinking, or only when it benefits them? Do they acknowledge the presence of those who have nothing to offer them? The answers to these questions aren't just reflections of others. They're reflections of ourselves. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. We all like to believe we're kind, fair, and respectful. But are we? Do we take a moment to genuinely see the people we pass by every day, the barista, the janitor, the delivery driver? Or do we move through the world treating kindness as a transaction, given only when we expect something in return? How we act when no one is watching, when there's no reward for our decency, that is where true character lives. And more often than not, those unguarded moments reveal more than any well-crafted speech ever could. There's another hidden marker of integrity that many overlook: the ability to keep a promise. Not just the big ones, the dramatic vows or the grand commitments, but the small ones, the ones that seem almost insignificant. Because in reality, there's no such thing as a small promise. A promise is a contract, a declaration of trust. When someone follows through, they're sending a simple but powerful message. You matter. I respect you. My word means something. But when promises are broken, even the minor ones, the cracks start to show. And those cracks don't just weaken relationships, they erode a person's sense of self. Psychologists like Albert Bandura, a pioneer in social learning theory, suggest that our actions shape how others see us. They shape how we see ourselves. A person who consistently honors their word, even when it's inconvenient, proves loyalty to others, reinforces their integrity, and builds a reputation, not just outwardly but internally, within their mind. So watch carefully. Do they show up when they say they will? Do they meet the deadlines they commit to? Do they follow through, even when the easy route is to back out? A person's reliability isn't tested when everything is smooth. It's tested when things get difficult. When life throws obstacles in their path, do they adjust and find a way, or do they let those obstacles become an excuse? Ask yourself, is this person someone who finds solutions, or someone who finds a way out? Because the answer to that question can tell you everything you need to know. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay updated with all the amazing content. Share it with your friends too. Let's grow this community together. Also, we've now got Super Chat, Super Stickers, and Super Thanks activated. So if you've been enjoying the content and want to see even more amazing, high-quality stories, here's your chance to join the inner circle. On the side, you can click that shining Joined button up top and pick the level that works for you. Most importantly, your support will give me more time to create better, bolder, and brainier content for you. There is no pressure, but you'll officially be my favorite person if you join. Yes, I play favorites now. Thank you so much in advance for considering it. You're the real MVP. Breaking a promise isn't just about the act itself. It's about how a person responds when they fail to follow through. Do they acknowledge it with honesty and take responsibility, or do they brush it off as insignificant? Do they offer a thoughtful explanation, or do they deflect and make excuses? According to experts like Brené Brown, true emotional maturity isn't about never making mistakes. It's about owning them. A person who values integrity will recognize when they've fallen short and will make an effort to set things right. But someone who habitually sidesteps accountability, who downplays their broken commitments, reveals something much deeper, a disregard not just for others, but for their values. One of the easiest ways to spot this pattern is by paying attention to how much weight someone gives to their promises. Do they treat their word as something meaningful, something to be honored? Or do they overpromise, throwing around commitments they never truly intend to keep? A person who constantly makes grand declarations but fails to deliver may not be lying in the traditional sense, but they're lying to themselves. Either they don't understand their limits, or they don't take promises seriously enough to consider them a true reflection of their character. But let's flip the mirror for a moment. How do you handle your promises? Because integrity isn't just about how we expect others to behave. It's about the standards we set for ourselves. Do you keep the commitments you make, not just to friends, family, or colleagues, but to yourself? Think about the personal goals you've set, the habits you swore you'd start, the changes you vowed to make. Following through on those isn't just about achieving something. It's about proving to yourself that your word holds value. At the end of the day, keeping promises isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about reliability. It's about making sure that when you speak, your words mean something. And once you start paying attention, you'll notice that this simple principle separates the people you can trust from those you can't. So, as you move through the world, watch closely. Observe how people manage their commitments, from the smallest gestures to the biggest decisions. You'll be amazed at how much a single promise, or a single broken one, can reveal. And before you go, if you found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe. We've got more wisdom, more thought-provoking discussions, and more tools to help you see the world and yourself with greater clarity. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next video.